Why is there a previously? None of this matters to this episode, nor does it fully explain Rose, so you'd have to watch episode 1 in order to understand the previously anyway.
Backwards or forwards in time? It's your
Like
choice.
there's any doubt she's going to say forwards.
Forwards.
See? Told ya.
This is the year 5.5/Apple/26, 5 billion years in your future.
Cloister 1. What were the people drinking when they came up with that dating system that includes apple in it? Second of all, why wouldn't he just say 5 billion 2005?
Welcome to the end of the world.
How the hell does he think Rose wants to see her planet being destroyed?
Platform 1 forbids the use of weapons, teleportation, and religion.
They forbid the use of religion. How do you use religion?
But hold on, they did this once on Newsround Extra.
You just travelled 5 billion years in the future with a humanoid alien in a bigger on the inside wooden box, and you're trusting what a kid's news show has said for your grasps on the universe at the minute.
Ever.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, that's nice, thanks.
But how did you get in? This is a maximum hospitality zone. The guests have disembarked. They're on their way any second
No,
now.
that's me, I'm a guest. Look, I've got an invitation. Look, there, you see, it's fine. You see? The Doctor +1. I'm the Doctor, this is Rose Tyler. She's my +1. Is that alright?
Considering how rude he was just being, he buys this way too easily.
It's slightly psychic, shows them whatever I want them to see.
That is way too convenient.
He's blue.
And that's racist.
Mr. and Mrs. Peckham.
The weird bird people are called Mr. and Mrs. Peckham. How subtle.
How intimate.
There's more where that came from.
I bet there is.
I can't believe I'm saying this. The Doctor is flirting with a tree.
The gift of bodily salivas.
Thank you very much.
Ah, the appearance of the repeated meme. I bring you air from my lungs.
Where is the Mox of Balhoun's? Air from my lungs.
The last remaining ostrich egg.
I'm not buying that she has the last egg of an entire species.
According to the archives, this was called an iPod.
I was going to let intentional mistakes slide, but they used this joke way too much during this episode, between the ostrich egg and the iPod, and later when they've got toxic. So I'm just going to do one cloister which will cover the entire episode, past, present and future.
In 30 minutes.
Conveniently, the randomly selected song happens to sum up exactly what Rose is thinking.
You have to give us permission to talk.
Well, you just broke the rules then.
I just sort of hitched a lift with this man. Didn't even think about it. Don't even know who he is. He's a complete stranger.
That is a fantastic answer to the question, where are you from?
Good luck with it.
Thank you, miss, and thank you for the permission. Not many people are that considerate.
The only reason she gave you permission was because you refused to answer a question.
If you're an upgrade, I just need to register you, that's all.
Do upgrades usually just randomly appear on the ship?
There's two of you. Got yourself a little mate.
Surely by this point you should be beyond that. You should be along the lines of, this is very odd and peculiar. Must be trouble.
What are you?
Just lie there and let them take you. That's a smart move. From this point on, if the spiders are just off eye level, then they're gonna get cloister.
You look at them, and they're alien.
Good thing I didn't take you to the deep south.
I really want to see the Deep South now, but we're never gonna see it.
A little bit of jiggery pokery.
Is that a technical term, jiggery pokery?
Yeah, I came first in jiggery pokery. What about you?
Nah, I failed hullabaloo.
Oh. There you go.
Let's ignore the fact that changing the battery is neither hard nor likely to actually have an effect, but we should also note that he didn't put the back on, yet it is on there even now.
Oh, all this red top's falling to bits. You should get your money back.
The last time Rose and Jackie spoke was right after the Autons. Now Jackie, as we saw, is a major drama queen. So why is she talking about trivial stuff like tops and lottery tickets when she could be making a huge drama out of the Auton incident? Or the compensation that she was obsessed with last episode. The doctor's hands are behind his back, now in his pocket.
Is there something wrong? No, I'm fine. Top of the world.
Rose needs sending to the penitentiary.
5 billion years later, my mum's dead.
Bundle of laughs you are.
I was planning on doing a cloister for Rose stating the obvious 5 billion years and now she's dead. Duh. But I've changed my mind. Nine's response, taking a cloister off instead. Spider just out of sight.
Don't know what they look like.
Although I imagine they might look rather like that.
Something is sabotaging the ship. Look, I found it. I'll just sit here and watch it for a bit.
How did you get on board? No.
Sun filter deactivated.
No!
So the sun filter down button is one single button. Is it really important that this one spider survived? By this point we know there's at least half a dozen already.
Nothing can go wrong.
Unsinkable.
She is now to blame for everything that goes wrong in this episode.
I don't understand. In what way is that fantastic?
Spider's just out of sight.
The digi-humans, even humanish. But you know what I call them? Mongrels.
That is actually racist.
I mean it. I would rather die. It's better to die than live like you, a bitchy trampoline.
Remind me again why we all hate Rose? Actually, please don't, because I love her like this. Minus one cloister.
Anything human got chucked in the bin. You just skin, Cassandra. Lipstick and skin.
Another perfect example of why I just removed a cloister there. Now, note that when she walks away, she does not have a ball or a plant in her hand. And now she does.
I scanned you earlier. The metal machine had trouble identifying your species. It refused to admit your existence.
It's a scanner. It can't refuse to admit anything.
What does it do?
Sabotage.
Fair guess, but how do you know it's sabotage just by looking at it like that?
Anyone in there? Oh, well, it would be you.
The doctor should work for Whovian sins. Also, why is there actually an option for the sun filter to descend and rise within one single room? It doesn't really make sense, but it's clearly programmed in by the fact that it's all written in and that there's the voice commands and everything like that.
The whole thing's jammed. I can't open the door. Stay there. Don't move.
Why not go get your trans-dimensional spaceship and get her out that way?
The metal machine confirms. The spider devices have infiltrated the whole of Platform 1.
How does the metal machine manage to find that out?
Stop and think about it. A repeated meme is just an idea.
A repeated meme makes up 3/4 of the internet. So disconnecting one cable from an arm that's no longer connected to any of the beings is able to kill all 4 of them at once.
Oh, you're too late anyway. My spiders have control of the mainframe. Oh, you all carried them as gifts, tax-free, past every code war. I'm not just a pretty face.
Monologuing, explaining all the details of planning a
I
monologue.
hope a hostage situation with myself as one of the victims.
Why is she explaining it all? Why not just, you know, get out now?
Oh, and guess where the switch is?
Who the hell designed this system? They even have a switch to slow down the blades, which the only purpose of that switch seems to be in case they need to get to the other side of the bridge to access the one switch on the other side. Why the hell would it be designed like that? Also, unpassable obstacle, no one in their right mind's going to go near that, so why not get the TARDIS, zoom over to the other side, and then boom, you're done.
5, 4.
Time Lord instinct, which was explained in the classic series somewhat, explains how he got past that last fan blade, so I can't really do anything about that. But the last second cliche definitely gets a cloister. How did Rose get out of the locked room?
Idea number 2. This feed must be hidden nearby.
And if you're wrong, you've just destroyed the last ostrich.
If you're as clever as me, then a teleportation feed can be reversed.
If you're as clever as me, you literally turn one switch, the only switch on the device.
People have died, Cassandra. You murdered them.
It depends on your definition of people. And that's enough of a technicality to keep your lawyers dizzy for centuries.
By the year 5 billion, where she's the last pure human, there would be a clear definition of what people is, and it would include aliens. The Doctor has noticeable stubble here. This is literally minutes after the last scene where he was clean shaven.
We've only got 5 billion years till the shops close.
The shops will close a lot earlier than in 5 billion years. Okay, bonus round time. So, first of all, this may well have been the first time we saw Jack and he didn't even say a line. +1 cloister. Overall, the episode is stunning visually. The CGI budget was really well spent in this episode. It looks fantastic, so -1 cloister for that. And the most important one to me is that this really manages to show the reality of the show. It was a great follow-up to Rose, had a lot of action, and most importantly, it had a lot of emotion. We see the real truth of the series here. It isn't all happy-go-lucky, it is dangerous, and there will be losses of characters we get to know within the episode. This episode fills its purpose perfectly, so -1 cloister for that. So that brings our final total to 52 cloisters, with a fate of exploding from lack of moisturising.